Trade war kicks in on Tuesday. Man deported to Jamaica said he's not Jamaican, and a man behind a massive gun find has been charged, while Shotta killed by the police in Westmoreland. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. A mounting trade war between the United States and its largest economic partners deepened on Tuesday as U.S. tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China kicked in, sparking swift retaliation from Beijing and Ottawa. Stinging U.S. tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods came into effect as a deadline to avert President Donald Trump's levies passed without the nation striking a deal, a move which is set to snarl supply chains. And in pushing ahead with the duties, Trump cited a lack of progress in tackling the flow of drugs like fentanyl into the United States. The duties stand to impact over $918 billion worth of U.S. imports from both countries. The sweeping duties on Canada and Mexico are set to hamper supply chains for key sectors like automobiles and construction materials, risking cost increase to household goods. Mexico supplied 63% of U.S. vegetable imports and nearly half of U.S. fruits and nut imports in 2023. Truck drivers at the Otay Mesa border crossing in Mexico told AFP they were already feeling the impact of the tariffs as they lined up to cross into the United States yesterday morning. Work was drying up because many companies in Mexico City of Tijuana export Chinese goods, said driver Angel Cervantes. And since the tariffs are also against China, work is going down for the transport companies, he added. And the United States import construction materials from Canada too, meaning tariffs could drive up housing costs. The Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency is probing the deportation to Jamaica of a man claiming to be a United States citizen. The man, said to be known as Devon Nicely, said he's not Jamaican and his given name is Trevor Anthony Grant. He arrived from the United States on a chartered flight to Jamaica last Thursday. PICA says in this matter, the U.S. authorities provided evidence including biometric information, and it conducted investigations to verify the authenticity of the Jamaican birth certificate and other information related to Devon Nicely. The agency says the biometric information, including fingerprints, linked the individual who arrived on the flight as Jamaican national Devon Nicely. The man has now been invited to visit PICA with supporting documentation to substantiate his assertion that he is a United States citizen. Alan Constable, the man who is charged in connection with the multi-million-dollar cocaine bust at an apartment in St. Andrew in January, was convicted of a similar offense in the United States, and this was disclosed when Constable reappeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court yesterday morning. Constable's attorney, O'Dane Marston, came prepared to make an application for bail, but he will have to wait until later this month to do so after the court was informed of Mr. Constable's drug-related conviction in the U.S. and that he was deported in 2007. It's reported that about 10:50 a.m. on January 8, a team from the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division, acting on information, intercepted a gray Toyota Hiace motor vehicle at the gate of a housing complex, which led them to an apartment. A search of the apartment and vehicle uncovered 122 parcels of cocaine. And prior to Tuesday's adjournment, the clerk of court outlined that the lab weigh revealed that 276 pounds, 14.8 ounces of cocaine was found inside an apartment in the Charlton Court, St. Andrew, and inside a motor vehicle. Denying the allegations against his client, Mr. Marston said Mr. Constable is a property manager and not the owner of the apartment where the cocaine was found. Meanwhile, a Jamaican American alleged to be behind last month's massive gun find at Kingston Wharf has been charged. Davian Roberts was charged on Monday night with trafficking in prohibited weapons in connection with the discovery of 66 firearms and over 4,500 rounds of ammunition. He is represented by attorneys at law John Jacobs and Dondre Buchanan. The weapons, which include 50 handguns and 16 rifles, were found in 2 barrels on February 17 at the Kingston Logistics Center at Newport West in St. Andrew. The police have now made a breakthrough in their investigations into the 2018 murder of a man along Patrice Drive in Arnett Gardens in Kingston. Siobhan Alexander Carnegie, 29, otherwise called Demon or Negi, has been charged with the murder of 38-year-old assistant coach Oral Francis alias Ruff. He is also facing charges of illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition. It's reported that about 8 a.m. on May 18 of 2018, Mr. Francis was standing at his gate when he was reportedly attacked and shot by Carnegie. He died at the scene. The police said the accused man escaped on foot in the area, and following extensive investigations, Carnegie was placed on an identification parade on February 27, where he was identified and subsequently charged. Meanwhile, two Westmoreland men are facing gun charges after allegedly shooting at the lawmen. 27-year-old Garfield Campbell, otherwise called Pete, a farmer of Jerusalem Mountain in Grange Hill, Westmoreland, and 28-year-old Caswell Sunlin, otherwise called Travel, of Millersfield Mountain in the parish, have been charged with 3 counts of shooting with intent and using a firearm to commit a felony. According to reports from the Savlamar police, about 5 a.m. on February 21st, a police team was in the process of executing warrants on the 2 accused. Upon reaching the premises, men were observed running away from the cops. The police went in pursuit of the men, after which Campbell and Sunderland allegedly pointed firearms at the police and opened gunfire before escaping the area on foot. Campbell and Sunderland were placed on a police most wanted list, after which they turned themselves in on Saturday, February 22nd, and were subsequently charged on March 1st after a question and answer session in the presence of an attorney. Meanwhile, a man was fatally shot during a reported confrontation with the police in Savlamar, Westmoreland yesterday morning. He has been identified as 35-year-old Junior James, otherwise called Shotta, of Gullybanks in Savlamar. A submachine gun with 4 rounds of ammunition was seized in that incident, and it's reported about 6 a.m. police team went into the area in search of James, who was wanted for questioning in connection with serious crimes including shootings, murders, and extortion. He was fatally shot during that confrontation. And Shotta is number 60, the amount of persons killed by police since the start of the year. On to sports, the Jamaica Premier League is expected to resume today following the strike actions by referee that saw the postponement of the first set of games in the 3rd round of the competition set for Sunday and Monday of this week. A release from the Professional Football Jamaica Limited, organizers of the competition on Tuesday, said that the issue that had caused the games to be postponed have now been resolved and the competition would resume with 1 game today and 6 tomorrow. Match officials had stayed away from games set for Sunday and Monday as they had not received payments for games done in the first 2 rounds of the competition, and reports are that just under 8 million was owed to the referees. So at least now we can watch a game tonight. And if you missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube and type in Jamaican Undiluted News. Listen, like, share, hit the notification bell so when we upload, you'll be first to get notified. And that's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.